Hello and welcome to another episode on Chasing Hope with me, your host, Catherine Abraham. Have you ever felt someone trying to bring up an idea that was antithetical to your beliefs? What happens when two people who ought to be working on the same goal decide to go two different paths, two different ways? Why do we perpetually find ourselves in crossroads with those who we should be in sync with, aligned with, just so that we can go ahead and achieve a common destination, a common goal? In a more common situation, however, have you found yourself finding the need to make a point and then prove it too? Why do all of these feelings happen to us? What is the reason for this entire gamut of feelings that don't seem to leave? The answer lies in that tiny acknowledgement that we are all very, very flawed human beings. Most of humanity is guilty for its own perspective or the lack of it. And this also stems out of our inherently flawed self. We are used to classifying everything as black and white. But who really decides what is black and what is white, what is right and what is wrong? Is it an authority? Is it a clergy member? Is it another person? Who decides? For every Christian, the only benchmark at this point is the Bible. It's very unfortunate that people think that the Bible is all about heroes. Unfortunately, it isn't. The Bible is a written record of the flaws that every human being has. It is a written record which seeks to make you and me understand that people who lived thousands of years ago were also people who made their own fair share of mistakes. But here's the thing, they found redemption, they found peace, they found an answer to all of their problems. Whenever we go and we try to entirely block ourselves and block our minds in such a way that we want certain things done in a particular way, in a particular format, otherwise we reject it. This just shows that we are unable to meet our own realities. The other day, I had an argument with a friend, and I told him, I said, if you're not going to be having your meals on time, if you're not going to be going ahead and working in a particular time zone, then what is the point of you going forward and doing all of this? And he said, I can't help it. I just cannot help it because he has a rather busy life. But here's the thing, how busy is busy? Are we too busy to connect with ourselves? Are we too busy to recognize that this flawed human self requires some rest? That this flawed human being that we are requires some kind of peace? And a famous anecdote that comes to mind at this point is about a young man who was walking down a road in India. And as he was walking, he met an elderly sage. And out of nowhere, he began to abuse the sage. The man kept walking, the young man kept following him, and he kept abusing him until they reached the border of that particular village. And suddenly the sage stopped. So the young man said, aren't you going ahead? And the sage said, son, if I go forward and if someone in this village hears what you have to say to me, there's a higher possibility that you will not leave this village alive because I am revered here. People respect me, and I don't want any harm to come to you because of me. Now, this young man was stunned. Here is a man whom he had followed for almost 3 to 4 hours, abusing him for nothing at all. And yet, this sage was mindful of his well being. The young man fell at his feet and he said, I am sorry. I am sorry that I did not understand who you are. If we just had to replace these characters of the young man and the sage, you will see that there are very many people like the sage in our lives, patient, calm, who are constantly listening to our rubbish and tolerating us. This could be a parent, could be a friend, it could be anyone. But here's the thing, if you've recognized this person, go up to them today and tell them how sorry you are because they didn't deserve it and they've been putting up with you. There is a huge difference between acknowledging that we are flawed and admitting that we've made a mistake. It's extremely important that while we know that yes, there is a God above and He is watching our every move, He also gives us time, space, and expects us to manifest the willingness to change. We all owe it to ourselves. This change can be very minor. It could be just you taking care of yourself for the benefit of those around you. It could be you going forward and apologizing to someone you've hurt recently. Think carefully, especially for the Christians who are listening to this podcast. When you go back to the Bible, ask yourself whether you've thought about delineating the characters. If you haven't, try delineating just three for today. The first one is Moses. Now, Moses is known to have rebelled against the Egyptians. He's known to have thrown his robe and his riches and adopted the rags just so that he could free the Israelites from the clutches of the Pharaoh. Now, all of this is brilliant. It's amazing. But there's also another side of Moses. When God instructed Moses to gently hit the rock so that water would flow out of it, he struck it. He disobeyed. Much later, when you look at Moses' life, you see that he has committed different kinds of mistakes. But the most important of them was the fact that he also murdered, an inherent flaw, anger. The second character that you need to look at is King David. Now, as you know, King David was known for his valor, his bravery, right from the time he was anointed as a young little shepherd boy, going forward, making his mark in the world, defeating Goliath, defeating the various armies that were threatening the Israelites. The same King David committed the murder of one of his own. And for what? Just so that he could win over a woman. And so he committed adultery, another flaw. The third character that I'd like you to think about today is Abraham, the father and the founding father rather of three faiths, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. The father of all of these nations had only one thing to do. He had to go forward in faith, which he did until he was met by a king who was far more powerful than he was. And when the time came, and when the king asked, "Who is this?" knowing that Sarah was extremely beautiful, Abraham lied. He called her his sister instead of saying she was his wife. And so, another inherent flaw, he lied. But here's the thing. Despite all of these flaws, in fact, even Samson is an exemplary personality in the Bible on both counts, positive and negative. He fell in love with a woman, he stayed true to her, and finally, he faced betrayal. But there's also the fact that he was warned multiple times not to go to the enemy camp. And so, when you disobey God, no less, there's bound to be a repercussion. And here's the beauty of all of these characters. Despite all of their flaws, each of them found redemption right here on earth. Each of them repented. Each of them went back to God. Each of them found grace. So as you think about your own life today, as you think and define your own flaws, before you can point out to someone else, my request to you is, take a step back if you're beating yourself up. Take a step back if you've been telling yourself how unworthy you are. And just remember that we are all unworthy, because the Bible clearly states we all have fallen short of the glory of God. And if we have all fallen short, then we're all practically in the same boat, just handling different devils at different levels. And this is something that we as people of the faith, as Christians, as believers, as people who chase hope on a daily basis, need to realize. We are here because God's grace has overcome and overpowered all our flaws. We are here because we are saved by grace. And we need to maintain our faith. We need to go forward and accept and acknowledge that yes, we do have our flaws, and yes, we also do have our redemption very much in place. So my friends, if you have enjoyed this particular podcast, and if this particular podcast has brought you some hope, some rays of light in your life, please do write into us. Let us know how you feel about this podcast. We're waiting to hear from you. Definitely, if you have a prayer request, write in and we'll make sure that someone gets in touch with you. As far as feedback is concerned, we're always waiting to hear. And if there's anything in particular that you'd like us to cover in season 2, please tweet us or email us. And don't forget to log in to www.chasinghopewithkathryn.com for all our previous episodes. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until then, stay home, stay safe, and be cautious.